What's going on, man?
Not much, man. Stay sane throughout this quarantine. You know?
You staying safe and you staying sucker free.
Yeah, that too.
My sister Candace just checked in with the hard face. Hey, Candace.
What's up, Candace?
And somebody from India is in here.
Oh man, we're global.
The core at Tia said, hey. I'm from India. Manuel Brown, what's good, school? What's up, man? All Things Hoops, what's up? Pharaoh Ben, what's going on? Queen Blue Bands, what's up, big homie? Yeah, man. This NBA cancel or hiatus. I just got some information that I tweeted about, and I'm writing an article as we speak. I'm finishing it up. I'll just, clue those who are paying attention in. Someone shared with me that there could be a situation where players could begin reporting to a mini training camp on or by June 20th or June 21st, with the league beginning practices with medic team and a training staff on site.
Yeah.
And then basically they debated a five-game continuation of the regular season. They're debating it. It's nothing finite. Beginning in July, some have said that the process could begin sometime between July 15th and July 20th, with the NBA playoffs to run through the whole summer. And so that's the latest that I got. And I'm about to write that. I'm finishing up writing it now. But I wanted to get you on the line because you were a legend before you were a legend. And I blame social media for not being around when you were a kid. And I've never
I'm happy it wasn't.
Why?
Oh no, I just think that everything goes as it's supposed to.
Okay.
I think that social media not being around back in the era of being someone you might have recognized. I think it's there's a time and place for every day. Social media have been not as well perceived as it is now.
I like your answer. I like your answer. I feel like you kind of, like, when I look at certain 90s players, it's not indicative of them. I'm just speaking of the generics, like guys like Derek Coleman, guys like Kenny Anderson, who played in the 90s, and Rod Strickland as well. Good people. I know all of them.
Yeah.
They had the fortune of being famous before they were famous, playing, in their respective cities, but they kind of built their brand after social media or before social media existed. And when I look at Riley Curry, she stole the show in 2015. You actually tweeted about Riley Curry when people were kind of giving her a hard time when her dad was at the podium. What do you remember about being at the podium at press conferences with your dad post-game? What do you remember?
What do I remember? So much. I mean, it would always take him forever because he was always the last one ready and done and ready to go. But he'd always give me a I know probably not the best parenting decision at probably like 11 o'clock.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, I always remember and always having a microphone in front of me. I never wanted to say anything. Like I knew I wasn't saying anything. Like,
oh yeah,
there's a lot of lights in front of me.
Yeah. You, with the coronavirus, you and I have been texting throughout. We text every day, but more so now. You have been picking up some skills. I saw you posted a picture on Instagram. You've been playing the guitar. You were taking voice lessons. I remember you were out here and you were taking voice. How have you been self-improving?
Just trying to get better at something. Whether it's speaking a new language or watching or different stuff like that. Music, I gotta keep. I play the piano.
So, what kind of music? Like, are you self-taught? Have you had someone digitally or virtually teaching you? What's going on?
I've had someone like digitally teaching me and stuff, and then like I've found great apps in between, like that have been helpful. It kills the time.
So, are you playing like Eine Kleine Nacht music? Are you playing like church gospel hymns? What are you good at on the piano?
We're in the very we're just learning basic stuff right now.
Okay, so more like chromatic scales, arpeggios, things of that sort.
Yeah.
A sharp, B flat, which is the same thing.
Yeah.
Guitar.
Yeah.
Bass guitar, regular guitar.
Acoustic and electric.
Okay, which do you prefer?
I like the acoustic.
I like it.
I like that.
Huh?
I like that jersey you got on.
Oh, this free 99. You know Kareem is the GOAT.
Oh yeah.
I wanted to give a tribute to Nelly real quick because they used to say Little Tix used to wear their jerseys backwards.
Yeah.
So tell me something. The NBA has not been moving around and moving and grooving. You watch it as a casual fan. You just happen to be related to somebody who's a Hall of Famer, which is cool. But your mom is also somebody too. She was a television correspondent. She did a myriad of other things as well.
Yeah.
As a casual fan of the game, are you disappointed that there's no season?
I think it was the right decision to call it, and most importantly, the players' safety and health should come first, as well as. So I think they did the right thing by shutting everything and taking a break. And I think when they do come back, which I do believe will be soon, hopefully, because I miss it. The Last Dance was a nice show, but I'm ready. I mean, we had a great season going, and I think at the end of the day, we have to. We need to see a decision.
What did you learn from The Last Dance that you didn't know going into it?
It's funny, like after the last, there's certain things like I heard, but like didn't know if it was true or like what, like the deal, like the flu game.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, everyone's got their opinion on what it was, but I mean, food poisoning, it makes sense. And
it does.
And the fact that he do that with food poisoning, that's just it to who Michael Jordan is.
I was on somebody's show the other day. Are you wearing a Bulls sweatshirt, or is that from your brand?
Oh, what? Oh, right now?
Yeah, I thought that was a Bulls sweatshirt. What's your shirt?
Oh, that's Biggie.
I'm tripping. Happy birthday, Biggie. So, I lost the train of thought that fast. See what happens when you get old?
That's what I'm trying
to when you, I guess, look at the 90s era of basketball, I mean, you were like born late 90s, right?
98.
Damn.
Yeah.
Do you remember Michael as a Wizard?
Like bits and pieces. Like I remember I was watching 03 All-Star game not too long ago, and we're talking about the Nets during the and it showed me and my mom. And I remember like my mom's told me stories of like me and like not really.
Yeah, that is very crazy to me. I did something with Zenny on Sunday, and I had talked to Kobe White. Kobe's 20.
Yeah.
And his saving grace is the fact that he played at the University of North Carolina.
Yeah.
Was a first round pick by the Bulls, just like Michael. But like Ryan Arcidiacono was on that too, and like he was drafted in he was born in '94.
Yeah.
So when the Bulls went to the finals in '98, at least at 4, he has some remembrance of it. But like, it's interesting talking to like people younger than me. No shade to being younger. Like Michael, even as a Wizard, is not even a fathomable conversation.
Oh, for sure. Because I think at the it's like you see it in all sports, all the great all-time great change teams, and we're gonna see it when football starts with Tom Brady and Tampa. These that we couldn't have ever imagined wearing another uniform, doing it, and like doing it at somewhat of a high level. Because we all saw what he did with the Wizards. He was still putting up 50 at 40 years old. This dude was not. He was, and he reminded us of that.
Yeah, when you talk about Kobe, like a lot of people that are like players that I've spoken to that played against Michael and Kobe, or who like are recently retired, they'll say like Kobe was Michael light, in the sense of he was your age group's as Michael.
Oh, for sure, without a doubt. I think that Kobe was definitely my generation.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Did you have much interaction with Kobe?
Like here and there. I've had the very lucky opportunity to meet him a few times. Always super nice, and you see, I think, that photo somewhere on the internet of Kobe's trophy. He's shaking my hand with my dad next to me, and like I look at that picture and just like I have a whole different new appreciation for it. Like they're too great to the game, and I'm just a kid. Get all of it in, and then it's awesome.
You are known as the kid. Your parent, you're a child of two prominent people.
Yeah.
Who is TJ?
TJ is of both of his parents. I think my love for basketball absolutely it comes from my dad. I think and my my hunger to learn and want to do more things comes from the work ethic that both of my parents have passed down to me. So I think there's a lot of things that with both of them, certain things that are individual things that come from each of them, and lucky to have them both.
Somebody said one of my favorite my man Kenny Neal said one of my favorite J Kidd quotes. Coach said we had a lot of problems with turnovers last time. Kid said, not this year, Coach. That's real.
It reminds me of he got the jersey, and I heard that story from a few people. That quote, and when he set up in the team meeting and said, and then they went to the finals.
Yeah. I remember you and I hung out when the Lakers were on that road trip on the East Coast, like Brooklyn, Philly, Boston, the Knicks. Do you see comparisons between LeBron and J Kidd more than you do with Magic and J Kidd?
That's a good question. First of all, LeBron has my dad beaten the athletic part. Start with that, because my dad's he's not going to dunk on anybody. But
true.
But he'll throw it to someone who will. I think. I don't think you could do, because really, my dad was more focused on getting the ball and making his teammates better, and I think LeBron does that. also is going to give you 25, 30.
Mm-hmm.
Where my dad didn't really care for that. But I think I would think it would be more fair to compare LeBron and my.
Yeah. Yeah.
All three all-time great.
When I watched the Last Dance documentary, I grew up watching Scotty, but I watched Scotty with a different lens because I'm older and because of my profession. And I feel like as much as I think it's easy to make Magic comparisons, I see some Scottie Pippen nuances in LeBron too.
Oh, for sure. I think at his eyes, it kind of tipped Magic and Scotty.
Yeah.
And
yeah, because you
put those two together and have one hell of a basket.
Yeah, and I think Penny Hardaway was ahead of his time, but many people didn't really see how much he really shined because he was hurt.
Yeah.
But his Orlando days were thorough, man.
Oh, absolutely. The coach in where, Memphis?
Yeah, that's when he went to college, Memphis. Yep. What's something that you've done during Corona virus pandemic? Like, do you find time to cook? Do you find time to read books? What's something that you've done that you thoroughly?
I've been watching a lot of.
Mm-hmm.
Been watching a lot of movies and reading a lot of books.
What books?
This book called Basketball, about how they built the Warriors, like the current.
Ethan Strauss, the book by Ethan Strauss.
I think so.
Yeah,
I think so. I don't have it near me. It's a solid for fans of the Warriors. I think it's a definitely. And it's cool this has integrated itself into that.
No, that's real. That's real. What's what is a dish that you cooked that you didn't know you could cook that you prepared during hot time at home?
Trying to think. A grilled cheese sandwich.
That's it?
I make a sandwich.
Really? Are we talking on the stove? Are we talking George Foreman grill?
On the stove, French toast, cheese, the works, It's solid.
I like it. Your workout routines. I look on your IG story. Tell me a little bit about it, why you got started, and tell me about your trainer.
So, I met Scott actually through my.
Mm-hmm.
I trained with him for years, and then we kind of took a break. Just recently, kind of started, but it's changed my life and it's mental. Like, I didn't realize how much mentally and physically connected, and like it's been such a game changer. The intensity of the workouts are tough, but he knows I can do it. Like someone who believes in you, but still challenges you enough to push yourself to be yourself every single time. It's game changing.
That's awesome.
That's
awesome.
Right.
Scott is the man. Scott is the man. We sat with him during the All-Star game at Staples in 2018 in LA.
Yep.
What's the biggest difference for you living in LA versus living in New Jersey?
LA and Jersey, I feel like Jersey a lot closer, but I mean, you can't out here but things and more spread out.
Yeah, no, that's real. That's real.
That traffic,
Mhm.
that traffic.
What? That traffic in LA is crazy. I remember when I came out there in September, I was staying someplace and I had a meeting that was literally like 20 minutes away. I left an hour earlier.
Yeah.
Before I was making those trips to LA, the only two places I can compare that to is like Washington, D.C. and Orlando.
Yeah.
hmm What do you think of the Lakers this season?
I think it's they're I think they had great momentum. I mean, it started off a little, but I mean, when you bring in that you brought in and you're trying to build chemistry stuff, it's not as easy as like 2K where you win like 2 games, shoots up.
Yeah.
But I think it's a great team, a lot of great players on that team, and I mean, I think they should be they're absolutely.
You played, well, you went to high school at Bergen Catholic, which rivals my high school, Don Bosco. We're still friends, which is cool.
Yeah, for now.
Um, when you played high school basketball, did you play because you wanted to play, or did you feel like because you were the child of two prominent people, you had to play?
I wanted to play. I think also there was a big part of me that felt like, and I think for me it was a kind of it helped me kind of realize that okay, maybe playing basketball isn't for me, but there's still other things in basketball I love just as much. But I can run with anybody.
Do you feel like when you played high school ball, your opponents went extra hard because of your last name?
It's actually kind of so like when I would play, sometimes I mean who I was from like when I would play them in like but sometimes teams didn't know which one of us.
Right.
I kind of was just like, hey, cool. But I remember when I went to there was this one out in my mind, and it was my freshman year, and it was an away game, and I kid you not, like you would have thought, like, the gym was packed.
Right.
Like, and I asked our coach, like, is varsity coming to play first? Like, what's the? And he was like, people were like, come to the game. I hear Jason Kidd's coming to, and I was like, yeah, and blew him out, but he was not at the game. But we blew.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy if you ask me. Yeah. I want to talk to you about the sneaker game.
Okay.
At your peak, how many pairs of shoes do you think you own?
Too many.
What's your go-to when you run into the store?
I like to throw on I throw on anything really. Most can't shoot to me really. And then that like I haven't worn. Crap, let me grab.
Gotcha. Favorite shoe to step out in, like if you're going out somewhere?
Oh, an Air Force One. An Air Force One for sure.
Favorite sneaker, period.
Favorite sneaker, period. Oh, that's tough. That is tough. I mean, big fan of the Jordan 1s.
Yeah, I feel like the Jordan 1s got extra shelf life because of the documentary.
Yeah. Oh, for
Jay Tinker said, I'm sorry, go ahead.
Oh, no, for sure. He said,
what's your favorite pair of your collection?
ooh. That's tough. It's like picking a favorite kid. I love all my sneakers. I love all my sneakers equally. I don't think I could pick a favorite.
All right, what's your favorite Jordan, though?
Oh, the ones.
Okay, period. The Jordan 1s.
The ones for sure. It looks great. It's a great shoe.
I like it. So tell me, you're in college. What are you majoring in?
English.
Do you want to be a writer?
I like writing.
Okay.
I mean, writing, I feel like would be fun. Just I couldn't do. I mean, you knock it out of the park.
It's a lot of work. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of work.
Do it though.
Tell me something.
Yeah.
With college being, or rather just with Corona and everything going on, were a lot of your classes just distance learning?
Yeah.
Do you like that better than stepping foot in the classroom?
For sure. For sure. I think it's fun. I think, because it forces you to sit down and focus.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's important that, I think everything going on possible during this time.
Mm-hmm.
Because my mind going into this was, how do I come out a million times than I would when this first started?
Right.
Because I don't want, if I don't improve, this is a waste of time.
I agree. Favorite place to eat when you go to New York?
I love, there's so many good places in New York. Man, New York's my in the world. Nothing like it. Nothing like it. I'm trying to think. Man, there's so many good places. I'm trying to think. I mean, I'm gonna turn it on you. What's your favorite?
If I'm going to get soul food, I'm going uptown, Harlem to a spot called Amy Roof's. If I want something quick in Times Square, you may catch me at BBQs. Like if I have friends that are coming into Midtown and you want to grab something quick, but you have the big drinks, but you have like the sticky wings and stuff like that.
Yeah,
you have that. If you want to get a sandwich, Carnegie Deli.
Carnegie. Solid.
If you want to get pizza, I got a couple spots in Midtown. But I'll tell you what, the best Chinese food that you can't get in Manhattan. You have to get it in the Bronx. The Bronx, to me, has the best Chinese food.
Okay.
To me, if I'm in Brooklyn for something, there's a couple pizza spots a few blocks away from the Barclays Center. I'm not giving names because I'm not trying to give up my spots. But what I will say is there's a spot in Brooklyn that's like my before and after spot when I can get over there. It's called BK9.
Yeah.
And they have. Did I take you over there or no?
I think you did.
BK9 is down the street, and I mean, like now it's a little bit more mainstream. Lizzo goes over there, and she did something with Gayle King not too long ago.
Yeah.
But nah, man, like there's a lot of cool spots. Like I never had. Have you ever had Jamaican oxtails before?
No.
Oxtails are good, but usually they have bones in it. I had boneless Jamaican oxtails.
Really?
and mimosa and bottomless mimosas before a game that I had to work. And by the time the tip happened, I was sober, but it was a good time.
I bet. Sounds like it.
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir.
Well, probably one of my favorite things to eat in New York is those dollar size pizzas.
They're efficient. They got them all over.
Yeah, they are really.
Mm-hmm.
And then
Yeah, man.
there's actually a spot right by the garden I used to go to before every game when my dad's last day. I'll get like I'll get like fries or just and it was a good spot, like a nice little Irish pub. I forget the name of it.
I have an idea what you're talking about. I know exactly what that is. Yep.
It's a solid.
Yep.
Just right across the street. Walk right into the garden.
Yep. Remember we went over to Shaquille? Were you with? Yeah, you were at Shaquille's restaurant.
Yeah.
In LA Live back in what was that, September when we were over there?
Yeah, with the TNT crew.
Yeah, that was pretty dope event. We got to get you to Chicago. I know you missed All Star this year.
Yeah.
You gotta try deep dish pizza in Chicago. Have you ever had Chicago deep dish pizza?
No.
Have you ever been at the Pizzeria Uno?
No.
That's deep dish basically, but you gotta try it.
I on the list. It's on.
Mm-hmm.
I went last summer.
What you said?
DC last summer, and one of the coolest experiences of my life. Just going to all these museums because I mean I'm a big history nerd, so like I just love that. I went for like a week and had a really good time. Their pizza was pretty good too.
That's awesome. Yeah, DC is definitely a good spot if you want to go grab food and just learn about culture at large.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Who is one celebrity that you met or were around the first time you met them? I have an idea. I know who you're gonna say, but the first, a couple, I guess maybe two celebrities that you've met, that you've been around or whatever, that you were actually starstruck when you met them.
I mean, I always try to play it, but Jay-Z and Beyonce.
Really?
Oh yeah, I remember. It was when it first came back, and they were in Newark, and and I was on the court because I forget. Oh, I was sitting behind the bench, and there were a lot of people. Crash, you know, all the celebrities and stuff. I remember I went to after the game. Dirk hits the game. It gives me the worst I've ever in my life, like so bad. My hand was red, like just bright red. And I go over. I see Jay-Z. I'm like, oh, okay, I'm gonna go say, no, Beyonce was with him. And I see her. I'm like, I just like keep it together. I like talk to her, like, she gives me a hug. I'm like, okay. But yeah, Jay-Z and Beyonce. Yeah.
Well, I guess you gave me my two right there. What are you doing for Memorial Day?
You know, I was gonna be here. Not fun. Barbecue.
That sounds like a plan to me, if you ask me.
What about you?
Sleeping, working, trying to get to the grocery store today so that I'm not really stepping out during Memorial Day because I feel like a lot of people are going to be out.
Yeah. Seems like it.
Yeah, I'm just relaxing. My birthday's next Thursday, so I'm chilling.
That's right.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You're a wrestling fan, aren't you?
When I was a child, yes, I kind of ended like I just. I'll say that I don't dislike it, but I stopped kind of watching wrestling like after the Rock era.
Oh, so you were like definitely the
Attitude and the one before were like Razor Ramon, Goldust, Bret Hart, Owen Hart. Yeah. Why do you ask? I know someone died yesterday.
Yeah. Oh no, that was very sad. That was. Oh no, I was asking because I'm a big wrestler.
That I know.
So I was gonna ask you, who's your top 5?
For me, all time, top 5 would be The Undertaker, Hulk Hogan, Bret the Hitman Hart, The Rock. Did I say The Rock already?
No, I don't think so.
And Razor Ramon.
Ooh, that's a strong. That is a strong top 5.
Mm-hmm. What about you?
Ooh, that's tough. I mean, definitely the Undertaker one. That I remember the first time I went to WrestleMania 29 in Jersey at MetLife.
Mm-hmm.
It was just the coolest experience I've ever had in my life. And when his music, the lights on, and all that, it's like you just get goosebumps. And it's kind of like Michael Jordan. It's like watching him play with the Bulls.
Yeah.
So
right.
The Rock, a big fan of The Rock. Stone Cold, Steve Austin, Shawn Michaels, and at 5 I put John Cena.
John Cena is a legend for this era, and I think he's going to be one of the last guys that they brand or bring in that will become bigger than the brand.
And yeah, I do on that same time. The cool thing about WWE, they keep creating all these stars, so no one ever really is bigger. Because and you see it throughout. I mean, maybe with the exception of Hulk Hogan, who put wrestling on the very beginning.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it's. I love it. I think it's awesome and it's a lot of fun, and they're incredible athletes.
But it's difficult to do your top 5. There's an age difference between you and I. But here's the thing: when you do those type of, I think it's just like with basketball. When you start doing top 5s, you're mixing errors, and then somebody is upset. So like for you to say Hulk Hogan is like the originator, like there were so many people in his era who were just as dynamic, but there were also people who were great that came before him.
Oh, for sure. Like there's Ric Flair, and Arn Anderson, and the list goes on. And that's honestly I think the coolest thing about wrestling is that it's never been big. It's never been as big as just one person.
I'm with you on that. I'm with you on that.
But man, sports.
I miss sports, and I'm curious. Maybe you can answer that because I don't watch wrestling. Do they still do Raw and SmackDown and stuff without the fans?
Yeah.
So how does this work? Are these guys getting tested? Are they like how does this work?
From what I know, yeah, but I watched Friday night, and the audience, and they film it at the center in Florida.
Okay.
And I remember the first time I watched it with fans, and I thought it was a little weird, but it actually it grew on me, and it do such a great job telling stories, and the content's fun, and it passes the time.
That's awesome. That is awesome. Awesome. Tell me about your hat and your brand. Where can people shop for your stuff?
Oh, it's not available yet.
Oh, excuse me. It's one of one. Pardon me.
One of one. But we're getting there.
Okay, I'm with it.
I'm not in a rush yet. I mean, sure, I'll wear it and show it, but we're 101 right now.
I just got a notification on my phone that says bicycle retailers report panic buying and inventory shortages amid double and triple sales spikes. Want to Schwinn? It'll be a 6-week wait. That's crazy.
That is wild.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what we just did actually? I'm sure you see it on my story. We built a slide in our...
Yeah, I saw that slide on your steps.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Y'all crazy.
Just a little.
Does it hurt?
No, because we'll put like a blanket down under it and you fly down the slide. It's so much fun.
Yeah, I saw that on your story. I was like, no.
But no, it's a lot of fun. And it's something to do.
We got nothing but time right now.
Yes, we do. Every day is a new chance.
This is true. I got to get back to work.
Oh, this was fun.
Brother, we have to do it again. I'm sorry I was late, but I'm glad we got it done.
You're good.
Behave yourself.
I'll try.
I'm going to talk to you soon.
Sounds good.
All right.
Peace.